Let me ask you this question for starters. When the season started and, first the LMC came out with the Nest TVD last year and then COVID-19 shut down the league and then before you know it, Red Strike. Did you really believe in your heart of heart that this thing was going to work?
First, the league was postponed and I was like, do you think these guys will get this right? Because, Nigerian league, we have history of postponing league at the end of the day. Nothing comes to fruition. But when they started the league, the NPFL TV came, and I was like, wow. I checked the app. The app was fantastic. I would say the LMC the most, kudos to them. Kudos to them. And, that led me to look at it this way. Now the league has, for me, it has improved in terms of officiating and clubs winning away. But for me, I think there are more things that can be done, from the fans.
Okay, before you come with more things that can be done, let me go to Princess Chukwudu maybe. Maybe when you look at the league, did you feel like they were going to make this much progress within this short time?
To be honest, I didn't see that. I've always been one person to criticize
yeah, I know.
the NPFL.
Thank God you're here.
Yeah, so looking at the journey so far, I think there have been improvements in some areas, particularly in the officiating. There have been improvements in the officiating in terms of the play, not the normal kick and pass football that we used to know in the NPFL, but at least that has slightly improved in the NPFL. And I still hope that things will be more improved in terms of the pitch. The pitch is nothing to write home about, to be honest. Yeah, but I think that should also be worked on, and some other areas too that need to be looked in the Nigerian Professional League.
She criticizes our league.
Well, you might say that. Well, I'm not saying. I wouldn't exactly say I criticize the league. I just feel like there's a lot we need to do.
Sure.
There's a lot we need to do. So what do you think is missing right now in our league, the NPFL?
Let me start with that. I think that the first problem with almost everybody is we have been dogmatized, we have been indoctrinated by European football. So the mistake we make here is like we think because we're playing football in Nigeria, we should automatically be like the EPL or the La Liga or, the EPL, the La Liga, or the German Bundesliga, or the Serie A, or the French Ligue 1. If we're not measuring up, if we're not doing what we're seeing in those leagues, then we are not good enough. But let me correct some things. I've been following football all my life, and I've been privileged to go to Europe and most of these stadiums to watch matches, even play in Europe. And I'm going to tell you this straight off. The English league, there was a time when it started in 1992, the pitches were terrible, horrible. The jerseys were like parachutes. You can go and look at pictures and old clips. They don't lie. Before they got to this place, it came with massive investment. And this investment is not just from the clubs, not just from the league organizers. There is investment coming from government. Go and look at the story of the English league or the German Bundesliga. You will see investment running into billions of dollars coming from their government. And then we can agree that their economy is better, their GDP is better, their system is better. So it's easy. We are starting what you call sub-zero start. Okay? In America, for instance, if you have a great idea of a business, of a blue chip or anything, or a startup, you can walk into a bank, just an idea. You can walk into a bank with your proposal and you automatically would get a loan. But in Nigeria, you have an idea. No, your family members will not even borrow you money. Okay, so now to talk about going to the bank. Banks only give you a loan when they start seeing money hit your account. Only them will come and look for you when you don't need the loan anymore. Like a Dangote, they'll give Dangote loan. A Hotel Dollar, they'll give him loan to go and buy gelato ice cream in Italy. But they won't give you a startup loan. They don't believe in you. Banks and abroad would believe in you. So that's a system we face. So when this thing started in Nigeria, from the MPLDs to the MPFL, one of the things you should understand is we were living on debt, on deficit. Every program, every plan that we had for the league was against us, in the sense that we had a TV right deal that we do not control production. So Super Sports comes in and broadcast. Normally, you control your production and then you give feed. That's why you can see one league being broadcast in multiple languages. But our own Super Sports just stick the league and broadcast on their own. They do production, they do transmission, and they do broadcast. Now, this is the first time. This is the first time that we are coming of age and doing this. And then the league is even traveling further than the globe that we've ever had. One, it saves us the whole idea of having to beg people to sign our players because we don't have video clips. Now the world can sell our players. Easy market for club. More money for the teams in the league. That's one. Two, it will take time to grow. The elephant pregnancy and the dog or the goat pregnancy are not the same. The elephant pregnancy is 22 months. A dog will get pregnant and in 4 months or so, the baby is out. And then he'll get pregnant again and give birth. Before you know it, before that 22 months of the elephant, the dog may have given birth to, plethora of kids. But that one child that the elephant will give birth to will last longer and be stronger. No Babalawo will use that child for sacrifice. So I'm saying that we should be very patient with the league. This is just match day 11 that we've gotten past. And we've not had incidents or bad referee. We've not had any incidents that, that depict the negativity. We talked about it the other day, and I said, okay, the absence of fans might also be responsible. And we also have great referees, Aruna Quadri and the rest of them that are there that are stepping up now to FIFA level. Lagos alone have about 5 or 6 FIFA referees. We would get there eventually. What is missing right now is marketing. And the marketing is not something that the LMC alone can do. LMC is doing their bit in marketing. They've unbundled the sponsorship package, for instance. There's no more exclusivity. As you are, you can go bring a sponsor for the league. As you are, you can bring a sponsor. I can bring a sponsor. I will make money from bringing a sponsor, and the league will make money as well. But one of the things that you need is numbers. No sponsor give you money again without proof of numbers. The LMC are trying to bring out all the biodata, all the biometrics and everything of the league. But then the clubs need to pull in. Every club, Eyimba, Canopilas, Warri Wolves, MFN, they need to be some deliberate act of this club saying to their fans, please subscribe to this app, talk about the league on social media. It shouldn't just be on match day. The LMC alone is tweeting about it. Everybody should talk about it. Even those guys that are doing commentaries, those people that are doing, they should always be pictures, people talking about how the league is affecting them, how working with the league is affecting them in terms of exposing them to traveling around Nigeria, in terms of, teaching them some things on the job, helping them with new experiences. Those conversations should be on out there. And then the clubs should, engage their fans a lot more. Once the corporate organization says that, what's this league that everybody's talking about? Look at Bobby. It was at the headers. He wore that NSAS shirt and it was trending. Ask yourself, how many times does the league trend? What does the league needs to trend? It's people's conversation. So if people are talking about the league, the goal that they score, the commentary, now the commentaries are better. What class commentaries? Emmanuel team and the rest of the team. So we have a product that is sellable. We now need marketers. But the prayer is we shouldn't market the league the way Nigerian pastors are marketing heaven. You know that if you listen to Nigerian pastors, you don't want to go to heaven. You rather want to go to hell because the marketers are marketing it badly. And that's one thing about marketing. You can get a great product. If you have bad marketers, your product will go bad. So I think that what is needed right now are marketers, foot soldiers, people who believe, like the Malians believe in Mali. We need believers of the league. Nigerian league need Malians now, okay? The Nigerian league need loyal servants who will talk about the league every day, every minute, every time. It should be crazy on social media. If it's popping, there are 2 ways that a product price goes up. One, if the sponsors come to you and say, I'm seeing what people are talking about your league, I want to be sponsors. I want to be sponsors of your league. That would make you negotiate well. If you go to the sponsor, they will say, we're not interested, or we're just trying to help you. The price will come down. So if there's so much conversation, if people realize that 2 million people are talking about it, just 2 million people are talking about the league week in, week out, every day, the league will be at the very top. That's a responsibility we owe our league. After all, my brother might play in the league. My brother might be a coach. My brother might work. Somebody will benefit from it one way or the other. I have people that have trained, that are not doing commentaries, that are working in the league. I will be very happy to see them make progress. I shouldn't say, if I go and do it now Shey Dikko go cost up the money, or now Amaju go come benefit, or now INC go benefit. No, this is not the time to be parochial. This is not the time to be enemy of progress. This is the time to say, I love Nigeria and I want things to be good, and I just don't want to be somebody who's always referring to what's happening abroad. I want to be part of the progress of my country. This is a national effort. It's not an individual thing.
All right, so I wanted to chip in something. The fans need to sacrifice as well. Let me say something. This is a match that they played on Sunday. I was discussing with a friend. We all grew up in Aba. And it was like, when William played the return leg in university, I was like, you don't follow the league anymore. What? He was like, and the quality, for the past, 10 years or thereabouts, our clubs don't do well in the Continental. So I understood it. But I told him, look, yes, you're not doing well, but We must give them our support. We must make that sacrifice. Because the truth is, for instance, like, you can't marry a beautiful woman, you know, or fantastic woman like maybe, and it doesn't come cheap.
Are you saying you're not beautiful?
Honestly,
Okay, she's blushing, I understand.
I'm not.
She's drooling, actually.
honestly, it doesn't come easy. Yes, the league is like our bride. We need to groom it. So that's one. These fans should sacrifice. They should, for instance, then about the ticket then was 100 naira, 200 naira. That money you can save it if you subscribe for a month. Yes, you know, it may be bigger than that. You have the day, but it's something. That's even if it's 1 or 2 games you watch. It's something. This money, the billions that Amaju said will get, is this fans that will get it. It doesn't. It's not as if the money does come from heaven and enter the pocket.
Absolutely.
So the fans should sacrifice us, and they should help to push the league. I told them, download this app. I mean, help us push this league, and definitely we get there. In terms of management, I think the management should run football like a business. You know, some stress in Nigeria, for instance, they take players as trying to help players, as if the players are the one begging them.
Yeah.
For instance, now you saw what happened with MFM and their coach. I think we saw this morning that they've replaced him. But we don't know if he was paid off or anything happened. Just like that.
Yeah,
you know,
those are some of the things that needs to be fixed as well.
It needs to be fixed. You should know that football is business. Whether they win or lose, you should pay them, and not
Step aside.
Step aside, half salary, quarter salary, no salary. I mean, this doesn't help our league. Also, in terms of more security, we've noticed that you haven't seen players or referees being beaten. One might say it's because of the absence of fans. Now, for me, definitely the fans will come back in future.
Yeah.
So it's not left for LMC to plan ahead. What can we do so that even if the fans comes back, this thing doesn't repeat. It's an angle they also should look at so that if the fan doesn't come back, we have a picture of or camera capturing fans intruding or stuff like that. That's another angle they should look into. And also publicity. The truth is, many of our clubs in the NPFL, their publicity is really poor. Very,
it's
very
zero,
poor.
actually.
Zero.
Really poor. So
Zero.
they should do more. The Twitter is there, Instagram is there. I mean, there's more ways to communicate to your fans. For instance, I'm from Aba. In Aba, you can communicate to your fans even without all this social media. Very simple. There's one man that used to drive this local way. He can carry speaker at the back and start announcing. That was when we used to know how matches were played. Not even social media. Even though we had but then just he would go out almost all the streets and he walk around and people we know that look something happened. But now,
even with social media, they're not doing.
I'm saying even if there are many ways.
That I agree completely. And the media, we are the media, and I hate to criticize media, but I think that the Nigerian media is one of the worst in the world. We would have to improve in the way we do things. A lot of people in the Nigerian media think that, once I am not involved, I should destroy it. Then when I'm involved, I should help to build it. I think that needs to change because the thing is, it's a food chain. The value chain, the media is at the bottom in terms of the earning. But the work really depends on the media. So the more the guys at the top earn, the more the guys at the bottom will earn. If they don't earn at all, you too will suffer. That's why we have a lot of poverty-stricken journalists, sport journalists in Nigeria compared to entertainment, where they are hyper all the time. It's not all of them that make money, but because they push more on that surface, they also make more money. You can't compare any Nigerian sport journalist today with, say, Itoke Makinwa or a sports entrepreneur in Nigeria to a Mo Abudu. For instance, even though some of the sports entrepreneurs, they've been there since forever. I know that they'll say, they are living low-key. They don't want to show off. Man, this is show business. You need to show off. We need to know where you stand on these things. So we need to get to the place where we can stand on the same pedestal. Let's even leave people in the abroad. Let's focus on people here. We need to stand on the same pedestal to them. And we owe the league. We owe the country. I love Nigeria, not be by mouth. It's easy to go to social media and say Nigeria is a zoo. Nigeria is a dead place. Nigeria is this. Nigeria is that. But when it comes to fixing, it's a collective responsibility. Oshobe, not be one person work. It's a collective. And we must find that collective in everything that we do.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.